Okay, we got day 2 here, Thursday, March 19th. We've got a little bit different style workout today. Some similarities of the Tabata we did yesterday, but just a little bit different setup, a little bit longer work, and a little bit longer rest time on this. We're going 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds rest for 3 rounds of 4 exercises. About 12 to 15 minutes of work here. When it's all said and done, our exercises we're going to do are skaters, hollow holds, we're going to do some reverse lunges, and we're going to do something called an inchworm. So a little bit of elevated heart rate with 2 of the movements, a little bit of core strength with 2 movements as well. So I'm going to demonstrate these movements. Again, in the description of the video, I will be posting any equipment needed for the workout. We will need a foam roller or a rolled up towel for the cool down today, but not anything for the workout today. We'll start some equipment usage starting next week. So our 4 movements. First one, skaters. So again, it'll be 40 seconds of skaters, 20 seconds rest, and then on to the hollow rocks and so on and so forth. So our skaters, we're looking at a couple different things to make it a little bit more simplistic. We do a lateral step, try and get to an inline position here. You're going to touch your opposite hand to your opposite knee. You're going to push laterally, touch. We make it more difficult by increasing that distance of the skater, getting more depth on your touch, maybe reaching down to the ground or your toe, or jumping higher. So that's how we regress our skaters. Our hollow holds, it's a core strength movement. I'll show you the basic movement right away, and then we'll talk about the progressions, regressions. So for our hollow hold from the side, we're going to be laying on our backs. Arms up at about a 45-degree angle. We're bringing arms and legs off the ground. Okay, you're going to hold that for 40 seconds. If you feel your back coming off the ground, stop, restart with that back on the ground, or go to one of the regressions. The way that we make that movement easier, we shorten that distance of how much we're supporting. So maybe we're here. Find that position that you can hold without your back arching off the ground. Okay? Most basic way that we start this, we just work touch, touch, touch. Okay? So that'd be step 1, just some basic alternating touches. And then from there, we depend on how strong our core muscles are. We will lengthen our bodies to support the distance that we can support for the 40 seconds. Don't be afraid to stop inside that 40 seconds to reset our bodies and get started back again. Okay? Third movement, alternating reverse lunges. So I'm going to lunge back, come back up, lunge back, come back up. Okay? Let's try not to pound our knees on the ground on this. Okay, your tempo can dictate how much that we increase the intensity. So if you want a little bit more cardiovascular burn, we pick up that intensity. We get a little bit more repetitions in it. If you want to have a weight on this, if you want to do a little bit more strength building, get less reps in the 40 seconds, you can grab onto something that can be weighted for you. We'll hold it in this front rack position. We go from there. If you want to make it more dynamic without a weight, we add kind of a plyometric element to it. So we'll be here, jump, alternate, jump. So a couple different ways that we can regress that one there. The last one's called an inchworm. On the inchworms, we're going to start feet just outside shoulder width apart. Okay, you're just going to slowly work our body down, get a stretch in that hamstring. You can bend the knees if you'd like to get to that floor, and you're just going to walk your fingers out. We're going to inch those fingers out until we get into a plank position, and then walk back. Okay. It's designed to be a slower movement. You're not going to get a ton of reps on this, so don't be afraid if you don't get a ton of reps in your 40 seconds. Okay, so let's get started. Let's get going with this warm up here. We're going to start just basic marching in place. Okay, we'll get about 20 reps in. All right, next we're going to get some arm swings, alternating arms. Rotate that thumb back at the top, thumb pointing towards your hip at the bottom. Thumb back, thumb to the hip. Okay, and then we're gonna go cross. Again, in slow motion, rotate thumbs and back. And switch sides. And next we're going to do something called a Cossack squat. So we're going to start with our feet in a pretty wide base. We're just going to slowly lunge to one side, shift all the way back up, slowly lunge to the next side. Keep that chest nice and tall. Get about 10, 12 reps in here. Get those hips warmed up, those legs woken up a little bit. All right. Last thing we're going to do a set of crawls. So it's probably, people don't think about it as being a core exercise, but again, a great way to wake up those core muscles, get them engaged, get them firing. So we're going to do about 4 or 5 crawls forward, 4 or 5 backwards. We're going to do that a couple times. Then we'll work some lateral as well. The key is to keep nice and close to the ground and don't let your knees touch the ground if possible. Okay, so we're going to be in our crawling position, nice and low to the ground. About 4 or 5 steps forward. Okay, 4 or 5 backwards. I'm going to turn the other way so you can see from another angle. Let's do that again. Okay, and then we're going to go laterally. So we're going to walk side. Try not to cross our body over. Right. And let's check it out. So hopefully that's kind of starting to wake up our bodies here a little bit. I moved my speaker a little closer to the computer, so hopefully you can hear the music a little better. You can hear the timer a little bit better. But if you don't have a timer, try and listen for the beep or just watch me. Otherwise, you can set your own timer. Hopefully you can hear this a little bit better. We'll give you a second. Catch your breath. Get some water if you need it. We'll start here in just a couple seconds. If you do need to slow things down a little bit in the workout, just pause it. We have 4 movements. At the end of the 4th movement, pause the video, take a minute break, start the video back up with a little break in between each round. But we're going to keep things moving for each thing here. So we're going to start shortly. Get my clock set up. Get my music going. Again, we're starting off with skaters first, hollow rocks, lunges, inchworms. All right, we're going to start in 10 seconds. All right, 20 seconds. 10 seconds. It's hard. 3, 2, 1, rest. And round one, notice I did a quick modification on the inchworm there for those that were struggling going all the way down to the ground. Back to skaters. 3, 2, 1, go. On two. All right, two to go on lunges. Yeah. All right, last round. Let's get the best reps in you can. Knock it out.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, rest. Three, two, one, go. Three, two, one, rest.
Last little lunges.
3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, rest.
All right, last set of inchworms here coming up.
3, 2, 1, go. Three, two, one, rest.
All right. That's a wrap for the workout. Catch our breath, get some water here, and we'll start to cool down in just 1 second. For this, you will need that foam roller, a rolled up towel, a pillow, anything that we can use that will give us about 4 to 6 inches of elevation for our leg on one of the movements that I'll show you next. Let's swatch out my clock here. All right.
Three, two, one.
All right. So for our cool down, we'll use that roller,
Three,
towel,
two,
pillow,
one,
anything you have.
go.
And we're going to do something called, it's going to be a side laying thoracic spine rotation. Okay? So we're going to lay your pillow, foam roller down. You're going to lay starting on your left side. You're going to put your knee on that pad or wherever you have. Your hip angle should be 90 degrees right here. Okay? You're going to have your left hand running parallel to your leg. Your right hand's going to stack on top of it. We're going to open up, overhead, following your fingers with your eyes the whole time, and sweep it through. We're going to do 10 repetitions in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure that knee stays on your pillow, on your roller. 8, 9. One more. Good. Let's switch sides. We're laying on our right side. Right arm stays stationary. Left leg up on whatever you have to prop it up on. Stack it up. Let's rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. All right, we're going to finish up with just a basic seal pose. So we're going to start laying on our stomachs, keeping our hips on the ground, pushing up into this press-up position. Some of you may just go up onto your forearms. Take nice deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to hold it for about 30 seconds. And relax. Good. All right, that is it for today. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share with people so I know that people are interested in doing these workouts. We'll keep putting them out, keep cranking them out for people as long as there's interest in it. Again, feel free to contact me with any questions that you might have. Have a great day.